Good evening, committee. I'm Kathleen Mallory, Planning and Sustainability Manager, and I'm joined with Ashley Barden, the City of Oxnard's Sustainability Analyst. At the City Council meeting in December 2023 and February 2024, members from the Community Environmental Council and the Clean Power Alliance, known as the CPA, made public comments requesting that the city voluntarily join the CPA REACH Code program, called REACH Codes, in this report. REACH codes are local ordinances adopted by a government that exceeds and enhances the state's building standards with a focus on building electrification to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, known as GHGs. CPA representatives promote the REACH Code program as a means to reduce GHG emissions and advance energy equity. The CPA REACH Code program can apply to new construction or existing building construction projects. The existing building construction REACH Codes is in its infancy and is considered a pilot program at this point. Through existing building code requirements, new construction already has to implement aggressive energy standards. Therefore, the REACH Code program does not have the potential to make significant GHG reductions in the city and is not a strategy in the city's Climate Action and Adaptation Plan, or CAP, for the staff report. Staff is not recommending implementing REACH codes at this time for 5 main reasons. The City Council has an adopted pathway to its GHG emissions reduction targets through the CAP. Second, there are many unknowns, including costs to both owners and tenants as a result of enforcing the REACH codes without a significant and verifiable and quantifiable reduction in GHG emissions. Third, early adopters of REACH codes are now hesitating and in some instances reversing their adoption of their REACH codes due to a recent court case. REACH codes are moving to mixed fuel designs, which is in line with energy and green building codes. And finally, California's progressive energy and green building codes are moving towards decarbonization, and that trend will continue with each new code adoption cycle. The current 2022 California Building Standards Code, or Title 24, became effective in January 1st, 2023. This collection of building standards includes the 2022 Energy Code, known as Title 24 Part 6, as well as the 2022 Green Building Standards Code, or Title 24 Part 11, also known as Cal Green. The Title 24 codes are updated every 3 years through a collaborative public process that involves many professional stakeholders and groups and provides for multiple opportunities for public input. The Energy Code has historically been the most progressive of Title 24 codes, with increasingly stringent energy efficiency and decarbonization requirements being rolled out with each code update. Oxnard's CAP was approved by Council in December 2022 with the goal to reduce the city's GHG emissions by 40% below 1990 levels by 2030 and 80% below 1990 levels by 2050. The CAP identifies a calculated plan of strategies to successfully achieve this goal. During the CAP development, there was a robust discussion amongst stakeholders about exceeding state building codes, including requiring all electric building designs or building standards. Ultimately, Council approved the CAP without such strategies to meet Council-approved GHG goals. That decision, in part, was based upon the need to retain natural gas as a reliable energy source. The biggest contributor to GHG emissions are vehicles at 44%, then electricity at 24%, and natural gas at 19%. The primary focus of the CAP strategies address transportation, clean energy procurement and generation, land use, and resilience. The city is currently implementing a number of CAP identified programs aimed at reducing GHG, which are identified in the staff report. The city joined the CPA in February 2018, with the council enrolled in February and May of 2019. The city's participation in the CPA is the most effective strategy for meeting the city's GHG reduction targets, which is to achieve a 95% participation rate in CPA's 100% green power energy tier. As of May of this year, Oxnard customers have maintained a greater than a 95% participation rate in the CPA's 100% green program energy tier. The city has also actively promoted CPA programs that align with strategies in the CAP and that are economically beneficial to the community. CPA programs that the city is actively pursuing right now include the Power Ready program, the Power Share program, and the Energized Communities Pathways program. I'll now turn the presentation over to Ashley Varden.
CPA's REACH Code program was created to support member agencies in creating healthier indoor air quality and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. A REACH code is a standard that exceeds the Title 24 and may include electrification upgrades to HVAC systems, hot water heaters, clothes dryers, and kitchen appliances, as well as EV and solar-ready infrastructure, and building energy performance standards. Components of this program include developing REACH codes for new construction, performance standards for existing buildings, and design research for electric vehicle infrastructure. While it is the intention of REACH codes to progress towards all-electric building designs, the REACH code program includes the evaluation of both all-electric and mixed-fuel building designs to promote decarbonization. All-electric building designs prohibit any use of natural gas, while mixed-fuel building designs utilize a mixture of natural gas and electricity. Participation in the REACH Codes program would involve coordination with a CPA-hired consultant who would develop the most effective GHG emission-reducing REACH codes. This process would involve research of relevant policies, city permitting data, and stakeholder engagement that would take approximately 6 to 12 months to complete. It's anticipated that this would require allocation of staff time to support the consultant's analysis and organize stakeholder meetings and council study sessions. The outcome of this work would be a REACH code ordinance tailored specifically to the city. While this doesn't mean that an ordinance will be adopted, it will be subject to community review and would require adoption by city council. While the California Building Standards Code is adopted every 3 years, REACH code amendments are not tied to the 3-year state code cycle, meaning that they can be adopted anytime. If REACH codes were to be adopted, the city would be committing to maintaining its REACH status, therefore amending the REACH codes if Title 24 surpasses it. This would require regular updates, performance tracking, staff time and resources, which would take away from efforts towards approved CAP strategies and other city departmental priorities. California Building Standard codes will continue to progress towards decarbonization, making the adoption of a static REACH code irrelevant. It is unclear how REACH code program will impact Oxnard's GHG reduction requirements identified in the CAP. CPA estimates a range of percentages of GHG emission reduction between 22 to 46% with the implementation of a new housing construction REACH code. It is important to note that these figures are unverified and do not include estimated GHG reduction percentages for other building types. There are a number of strategies in the CAP that are verified and provide a greater GHG reduction outcome. The REACH code program contains financial unknowns. For example, implementing REACH codes have the potential to increase construction costs and/or energy bills, which is inherently passed on to property owners and/or tenants. While construction costs are anticipated to decrease with all-electric building designs, energy bills are expected to increase. Conversely, with a mixed-fuel building design, construction costs are anticipated to increase, while energy bills are expected to decrease. In July 2019, the City of Berkeley published the first in the nation ban on natural gas, codified in an all-electric REACH code, ordinance number 7672, Prohibition of Natural Gas Infrastructure. While Berkeley's REACH code did not directly restrict the use of natural gas, it prohibited natural gas hookups in new construction, effectively eliminating natural gas appliances. Soon after, the California Restaurant Association filed a lawsuit against the city of Berkeley, claiming that the code violated federal law. Additionally, the California Restaurant Association claimed that restricting natural gas would harm the restaurant community by requiring the relocation of restaurants, replacement of expensive cooking equipment, and retraining of chefs to use new equipment. On January 2nd, 2024, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled against Berkeley's natural gas ban. In light of this lawsuit, many cities have reconsidered their natural gas bans. Similarly, Oxnard maintains its stance against all electric reach codes and continues allowance for mixed fuel building designs. Here are a few headlines from other communities that have overturned their all electric reach codes. As of 2024, in California, there are 482 municipalities within 58 counties. Of these municipalities, only 73 have adopted reach codes, and the majority are located in San Mateo, Contra Costa, Alameda, and Los Angeles County. This means 15% of cities have adopted reach codes. Regionally, Ojai and Ventura County have all electric reach codes for all building types. Communities such as Santa Monica, West Hollywood, and Rolling Hills Estates are actively participating in the CPA Reach Code program. These communities have strict GHG targets to achieve more than Oxnard. These communities are at the beginning stages of the program and do not have defined reach codes as of now. Staff recommends that the city not participate in the Reach Code program. However, we'll track the implementation of reach codes and their performance throughout the state in the coming year. Reach codes can be reevaluated as a strategy in the CAP update, which is anticipated to occur with the general plan update envisioned to start in 2026. City staff will continue to promote participation in CPA's energy services while tracking other CPA programs that are consistent with our adopted CAP. It is recommended that the Community Services, Public Safety, and Housing Department Committee receive and file information provided in this staff report and determine that the city should not participate in the CPA Reach Code program. This concludes staff's presentation.
Give it to me.